I'm going to take you through them. I'll give you a taste of some of the lunacy. I call it lunacy. Let's see what you think. The University of South Carolina offers a tailgating 101 class and an anime writing class. We'll get into that. Don't know what it is. UC Berkeley offering how to solve Rubik's Cube and adulting, and no less than a class on Pokemon. I want to bring in Campus Reform's Emma Meshell, and my first question is, do these colleges offer credit towards your degree by taking these courses?
Unfortunately, I am not happy to report that they do. So actual students who are showing up to school hoping to get their business degrees, to learn things that are going to help them in their career, the tuition that they pay is worth just the same as much as people who want to take a course in anime. So I think this really shows how ridiculous college campuses are getting. We've been reporting on this for a long time, and in my new op-ed up on campusreform.org, I sort of break down exactly what's happening here. But really, this is extra concerning given that 2020 Democratic candidates are actually proposing at this moment free college, tuition-free college, and debt forgiveness for programs like this.
Good point. A good point. Well, if I ask you why are they doing this, let me answer it myself. They're making it much easier to get a degree, to graduate. Isn't that it? Because, I mean, how can you fail Pokemon? How can you fail belly dancing or something? I suppose you can, but you know, how can you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. What this is doing is it's cheapening the value of a college degree, right? This used to be something where you could go and you could prove that you've learned things and be prepared and equipped for the workforce. Now it's just sort of a rite of passage where people go and they hang out there for a while and then they leave, and they're supposed to be prepared for the real world, but in reality they're not. And really this is a disservice to, for one, the taxpayers that have to fund this, but also for the serious students that want to go and get an education. It's very unfair to them because they're being forced to feed into this just like everybody else.
Has it always been like this? I mean, we seem to be reporting on this kind of, I call it crazy courses, very recently. I don't remember reporting this kind of thing 10 years ago or 20 years ago.
Right. Well, there have always been wacky things happening within higher education, but I think it has gotten especially extreme. And in the past decade, we've been reporting on this sort of thing a lot at Campus Reform. And I can tell you, in the past couple years, it has definitely gotten more extreme. We're seeing more and more things that just seem like a complete waste of time. And this really is extra concerning, given that these Democrats want to actually guarantee federal funding for these universities forever. And, you know, we know that higher education is not too big to fail. And we as the taxpayers shouldn't be asked to bail it out when it's really not proving that it's worth anything.
Isn't it an argument for 3-year college degrees as opposed to 4 years?
Certainly. I think there are a lot of different ways that students can sort of finesse the education system and figure out the best way to get in, learn what they need to learn, and get out. And I know plenty of people who've graduated in 3 years, but I definitely think that it raises a lot of questions about the status quo within higher education. I think it's time to start being more critical of that and not accepting colleges for what they're giving us right now.
I got one more for you, Emma. The faculty at the University of Kansas wants to ban Chick-fil-A from campus because they say it violates, quote, safety and inclusion. What's your comment on that?
Yes, well, they're calling Chick-fil-A a bastion of bigotry, which is absurd. It's the third most popular restaurant in America. I think there are a lot of people that really enjoy having it on campus. Ask any college student, they'll tell you they love Chick-fil-A. But really what this is it's left-wing bullying. And they're choosing a business where they don't like the personal views of its owner, and they're choosing to say that it is causing them to be unsafe. And that really is concerning. It also plays right into this thing that we've been seeing even this week with this Will and Grace actress, Deborah Messing, saying that she doesn't want to work with people who went to a Trump fundraiser. There is a blacklisting of conservatives that's going on right now. I think it's very concerning. It also has potential for very harmful ramifications in our economy. If people are banned from, you know, engaging with businesses that they like just because of the personal views of the owner, I think that's very destructive.
It's also intellectually about as lame as you can get.
Absolutely.
Emma Meshell, thanks for joining us. Come back soon. I want to hear more about this. Thank you very much. Sure. That rally is holding. Got to keep telling